Hello beautiful souls, this is Gem Healing and welcome to my channel. So this reading is for those of you with your sun, moon, rising or other strong placements in Sagittarius and includes messages to help bring you clarity for your next 2 weeks and help you align to or maintain your highest vibration. So this reading is timeless, so whenever you come across it, it's for you. Also remember that these messages are for the collective, so take only what resonates and leave what doesn't for someone else. So we are going to look at the energy to align you with your best outcomes, situations that may come up, the energy that you're bringing and your approach, and what's going on in the background. We'll look at potential outcomes, and then we'll get some messages from Source and your guides. So to start, we have your energy to align. And we have wisdom and turquoise. So definitely, if you do have turquoise, it would be a great time for you to wear that and carry it with you. And if you do not have it, then of course you can always ask for its properties to cover you and for you to really benefit from its properties and visualize that you do have it with you. We have Canary Spirit, sing your own song. So we have Conception. The frequency of conception invites us to bring our consciousness to our origin, the place where everything in creation begins. It helps us to remember the infinite potential and possibilities of this space and what we can manifest through our own focused awareness and intention. Right, we have total submersion. Don't be afraid to totally immerse yourself in a project, interest, or goal. Give it 100% of your energy, and you may find that your life has been lacking. We also have set your vibration. And then, of course, we have our card here that's going to give us more information about the energy that you're bringing and your approach. So immediately, whatever it is that you are working toward, you are being asked to determine how you want that outcome to be, because, and like, manifesting is so cliche at this point, but essentially the vibe here is really about you putting yourself on your highest frequency, and that also has to do with your internal vibration, because that's really what you need to set to that higher frequency for you to actually achieve and get on that higher frequency. So you are being asked to really utilize your knowledge and your skills and your experience and your ability to say exactly how you feel and what you're feeling, and not be afraid to just be honest. But as you do that, you want to make sure that you are doing that in a productive way, in a constructive way, and if it's in career-wise, you're doing it in a professional way. If it's in a personal manner, you're doing it in a way that allows you to still maintain those relationships with folks. Like, you're not just out here hurting people and things like that. Like, obviously, and you know how to do that in a constructive manner, and to communicate what you need in a constructive manner, because it may be that some of you are not saying what it is that you want to say and how you really feel, because you don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, or you don't want the situation to go in a negative direction, but you are being reminded that's what you do, Sagittarius, as far as being able to be honest and upfront and direct, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So that's a positive thing. It's just that you know how to do that in a way where it doesn't damage the relationship or just really hurt somebody, and it's not like speaking negatively. It's speaking honestly, and like in a way that is constructive and helps move things forward, as opposed to it being an emotional response or just emotionally charged, to where then you start to have like these greater conflicts and arguments, and people's feelings get hurt and all of that all of that stuff. So all right, so let's get some tarot. And these are pre-shuffled already, so I could do like one quick shuffle here. I always like to do that. And then we'll see what we have. All right, so give me more about the situation. Thank you. Give me one more card. Thank you. Okay, it fell. Hold on. Okay. So we have the 8 of Wands in reverse. We have the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Sun. All right. So, all right. So this is actually going to be a positive time for you, Sagittarius. You really have an opportunity here to shine and to achieve success and abundance and fulfillment for whatever situation you're applying this to. Again, whether it's spiritual enlightenment you're working towards, career, family, partnership. There is an opportunity here to really come out on top and to really reach this deeper level of engagement and understanding, and a higher level of commitment and abundance and happiness. And it's really about you coming out of the old cycles and completing those cycles. So you've like elevated your spirituality, you've elevated your professionalism, like you've elevated in whatever this scenario is that you're applying this to. So this is a collective reading, so you'll have to, determine that how it resonates specifically with you. But whatever this is, it's like you've reached this level of completion, and now you're like elevating to the next step, the next level. And that for some is taking a little bit of time. So I see like getting there either seemed like a little bit of a struggle or seemed like a hassle, or it's still like some challenges that are coming up to where you feel like you're being blocked from that, or you're just experiencing a lot of obstacles and roadblocks. So I think that that could come into play here over the next 2 weeks, where you may like experience what you think are setbacks or actual setbacks, or just like you may come into things that just like make it a little harder for you to feel like you've reached or accomplished or got to that place where you want to be. And even when you think like, oh wow, I feel like I've advanced my spirituality here, you might like have a little setback or something that you have to think like, have I? But yes, you have. You absolutely have. You absolutely have. It's just, look, get in here and sit down. Okay. Yep, so I had to cut that. The dog was barking, so I do apologize for that, and he's still kind of growling. So, yeah, but you absolutely have, Sagittarius, reached that new height. You're completing out a cycle, and it's just a matter of like closing that door and moving yourself forward. Okay, so let's look at current energy and your approach. Any worries? Let's see, okay. All right, let's get what's going on. What's the external environment like the Three of Swords and the Ace of Swords. Excuse me. We also have, let's see, the Spoiled One. Things will come easy to you now. Take advantage of this auspicious time and make the most of every blessing. All right, so I see that during this period, you are going to be looking for new perspectives. You're going to be taking a little bit of a step back. And like I said, things might seem to move a little slower during this period. Yeah, this is definitely going to be a time for you to be reflecting and taking things slow and doing like a deeper dive into the situation scenario to really understand as much as you can what is truly behind the surface and below the surface. It's definitely going to be a time for you to you know, take a step back and be doing that during this period. And you're really worried that, I feel like there's this sense of, like I said earlier, you kind of struggling with like, oh, I thought I was here at this point, or I thought I would have this, or I thought I would have accomplished this at least at this point. And then you may encounter a small setback. And, you know, I don't see it being anything like significant. I see it being more of you like being in your head, or more you thinking like, oh, this is a much a much bigger issue than it really is. And for you to kind of work through that is going to need you to take that moment and take a step back and start to think of it from all different perspectives, so that you can gain clarity on what is actually happening and what's really going on behind the scenes, because there's a lot of things going on behind the scenes. So it's going to be really important for you to be able to recognize what is actually going on, or the intent behind things and scenarios and others' actions. And you can do that again by just going within, taking it slow, not hastily reacting, and thinking things through and thinking about things from all different perspectives, all different sides of the situation. Okay, so let's look at some outcomes for you. So, what are some potential outcomes for Sagittarius? Anything else? Oops, okay, that's a lot. Alright, so we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Page of Swords in reverse, we have the Seven of Cups in reverse, and we have the Three of Pentacles. Okay. So this is like a reset period for you, and it may even feel like you don't really have a lot of options, or you're kind of like, okay, now what? I completed like this cycle, I'm moving forward. Now what do I do? Now what is there? So I think also, so this is new as well, right? So like I said, you're in this new space of this new enlightenment, this new opportunity, new project, this agreement that you've made in your relationship. Okay, this is how we're going to move forward. This is what everybody's going to do. We understand each other. And then, you know, like I said, you may encounter a situation or scenarios where everybody's not on the same page. So, you know, that other party may be thinking something a little bit different, or they may go back to their old ways, or something might happen where, you know, you don't get the support that you think you need, or you feel like there's not a lot of options there, or not the right one or best one for you there. But I do think that, again, sort of taking that time, because this is going to be a process and you're starting a new cycle, so it's just beginning. Okay, so you have, you know, you have time to work through this, and it is just going to take you working through it. So there are no shortcuts. There is no easy way to get there. It just is going to be about like you, again, establishing how you want the scenario to play out and how you want things to go, and staying in that vibration of love, positivity, freedom, and aligning yourself to that frequency so that you're vibrating on that frequency, and that makes that allows the universe to then come in and connect with you on that higher frequency. And that's how you get to the timelines that you desire, and to the things that you've manifested, and the things that you've wanted and asked for. That's how you get there. So again, it's really that process of you now like going into that new space or cycle or stage or part of your relationship. And now comes the part where, you know, we call it work, but it really shouldn't be work if it's something that you are inspired by, and something that you love to do, and something that you're passionate about. So those are also things that you really have to think about, because I'm not really seeing, I see you being in your head a lot. So I'm just kind of looking for like, where's the passion? Where is the desire, the want for this? So again, that's something for you to think about, because, you know, we have a lot of thinking going on, and a lot of you being in your head going on. And, you know, that doesn't have to be a bad thing at all. And it's not. It's just a matter of you, again, kind of figuring out like, okay, doing your visualizations, your meditations, seeing where you want to be and what that looks like and how it feels, tastes, smells, the vibes you get from that, and then like allowing yourself to stay in that vibration and achieving that higher level frequency then. Okay, so let's get some messages from Source and your higher self, spirit guides. What messages do you have? Okay, so let's see. Any other messages? Okay. So, yes, absolutely. So, like I said, you're in sort of like transitioning through this period into like this new you, this new space, this new level of enlightenment and clarity. And for some of you, it's about thinking about like what is logical, what makes sense. How can you work within the confines of the opportunities that you do have and what you do have to get what it is that you want? You may have to do that as well until those opportunities start to open up, or until those the reality catches up with us in our present. Okay, so let's get you some other messages. Any other messages we have? Okay, so this deck is huge, so I'm going to use the other part of it. This is so weird. There's nothing coming out. All right, so I guess we only have one message here. So we have Scorpio energy, jealousy and possessiveness, secretive and guarded, vengefulness, intense and confrontational, obsessive, controlling tendencies, manipulative, tendencies, suspicion and paranoia, holding grudges. Okay, so these are all the things that we are talking about as far as sort of like those energies that you want to set aside, and you want to determine like how and what you want your energy to be like, so that you can start to vibrate on that level. So this is a good idea and a good list of those energies that you don't want and that you're being asked to let go of, and focus on more positive, loving energy. And again, like those visualizations help visualizing what it is that you want to experience and see, as well as meditations as well. All right, so let's get some final messages from Rumi. Okay, what final messages do you have for Taurus? Oh, sorry, Sagittarius. Just one card is wanting to come out for you. Okay, so we have Celestial Rose of Ma. The searching in the dark finds the light of faith revealed in love. A spiritual gift is on its way to you. This gift signifies the close of a period of suffering. A time of new opportunity is opening as a flourishing and thriving release of your unique soul fragrance into the world. Let the past go and become fully available to the present moment, for this is a gift worth having. This just sums up every single thing we talked about you ending cycles of negativity and coming into a brand new cycle. Awesome, like that is the perfect way to end this. So Sagittarius, these are all the messages I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching and allowing me to be part of your journey. Take care.